Hades 2 just came out, and I want to play it. One small problem. I haven't played the first one, like, at all. And I'm an impatient man. So, in order to get to the sequel faster, will I be able to beat Hades on the very first try with no upgrades, experience, or knowledge? Here we have it, Hades. I do know a little bit about this game. I know what the final boss is. I know that there are things called boons. I don't know what they do. Actually, that's probably about it. After a brief introduction from our main man Zagreus, aka us, I got dropped straight into my first run and spent a bit of time getting used to the controls. Attack, special attack, cast, and dash.
Out.
Okay, out. The first enemy was this big blonde dipshit with a club. I fought pretty cautiously here, trying to bait out attacks, but he really isn't too much to worry about. And after that, some summoning circles appeared, spawning 2 more, which was a little surprising. Based on games like Binding of Isaac and Dead Cells, I was expecting whatever enemies were in the room at the beginning would be all of the enemies. And after that, there were these little wizard guys that weren't really much of an issue. I even crushed one. There was one last wave that was a mix of both, but by this point, I was getting a little more comfortable and cleared them pretty quickly. Clearing the first room let me talk to my first god, Athena. She's helping me get out of Hades for some reason, but more importantly, that help comes in the form of boons, upgrades for the current run. Her boons seem to be about deflecting, and I went with the Divine Strike mainly for its damage boost. The next room was filled with fat guys who let their guts do the talking, as well as pressure plate activated traps that I kept tripping. Luckily, they ended up doing me more good than harm. Look at that. I gained 10 that, so that's cool. Is there anything to be gained by smashing pots? Like, is there some kind of currency that might be in a pot? I don't know. On to room 3, and there's even more brutes, and unfortunately I got a little too comfortable fighting them. Oh, bitch. That was quite a bit of health. Oh, it's still quite a bit of health the second time even. Okay, how does a man heal?
Can't heal myself, but I can fight.
Okay, so I got hit twice in one room. Not a good way to start, I'm imagining. It really isn't, and getting hit a third time in the next room isn't much better. Oh god, you waited me out. Whatever momentum I was starting to build is completely gone, and I'm in a very familiar situation. So there should be like some way to heal, right? Oh, well, there's a heart on this door. Maybe that means the reward is health? Every door has a symbol on it, indicating what kind of reward it will give. There wasn't much point in mentioning it earlier since I don't know what any of the symbols mean, but a heart seems pretty promising. Okay, good. It's max life again, okay. Similar problem to Dead Cells, it's not actually healing me. Or I got the same amount, I healed for 25. Okay, that's better. With a better healing upgrade to what I was expecting, I moved on to the next room that now has armored enemies. As far as I can tell, it's just a second health bar, but I'm sure it's a little more complicated than that. And as I was musing over the armor, the fatty tagged me from downtown. Aw, bitch. I learned what the game actually meant by deflecting, since I thought it was more so parrying a melee attack by attacking. I got more mysterious purple currency, and noticed an ominous skull under the next door's symbol. Okay, this doesn't seem like a good room. I feel like I'm not gonna make it past the first world. In the next room are skeletons who just absolutely love throwing bombs. It didn't really occur to me at the time, but I'm pretty sure these guys are some kind of mini-boss. Oh, he drops one on death? That sucks. Or maybe he just managed to get one off before I killed him. I'm gonna die. After things got dicey with my health, I took a much more cautious approach and eventually whittled down the second bone brother, and got to talk to the goddess of the hunt, Artemis. Hey, Artemis.
The power of the hunt helps keep me company, so maybe it'll help you too.
Her boons seem very focused on damage and crit chance, which is triple damage by the way, and after a bit of consideration went with the slight crit chance to all of my damage. That might sound dumb, but the others would have me focus on doing a certain attack, and when that happens, I tend to overdo that attack and take even more damage. The crit chance seemed to be paying off as I was getting back into a groove while fighting, despite the current health economy. And clearing this floor gave me another Artemis boon with a pretty tempting effect. Your special attack is stronger, 20% chance to crit, so it does more damage on its own, and that's a pretty high chance to crit. Your dash strike deals more damage. I want this. So this thing does more damage, which is good because it's an AoE. With my heightened special attack, I went into the next room and mowed down all of the patrolling wizards. But when the big guys showed up yet again, I got my helping of hubris with the big man's stomach. I tried so hard. It's all right though. 5 health and a dream. I've got this. I thought he killed me. Okay, I am one shot. Not going great, not going that good at all. Oh, okay, so gold or, that looks like food. I think I want food. Maybe it isn't, maybe I'm wrong, but it looks like food. I went with the food door in hopes of healing and I fucking died. No. Oh. Yeah, I died.
Damn it.
Damn it indeed. Also, I had no way of knowing this at the time, but that other door with the bag of gold, that was a shop, and there was definitely a non-zero chance that I could have bought healing. Anyways, once I died, I appeared back home in the House of Hades. That sucks. I talked to Hypnos, who I guess just likes to talk about your most recent death, and strolled up to the big man himself.
Back already, stupid boy.
Hey.
How was your wanton ransacking of my domain?
It was pretty bad, I'll be honest. I didn't do that well. Hades isn't a fan of us trying to leave, but Nyx, who's like a maternal figure for us, is. I also found Brad Pitt just hanging out in the hallway. Hello, you. Achilles! Does anyone remember that game, Spartan Total Warrior, I think? I think you play as Achilles in that. Or maybe you kill him at some point? I don't remember. Such a good game, though. Maybe it doesn't hold up, but I remember it being a good game.
Don't think I'm welcome in there.
Stay out of there.
Shut up. I do what I want, Dad. You're not the boss of me. After the blast from the past and poking around the main hall, I went over to my room. Here, you can get some permanent upgrades with that purple currency I kept getting, but I decided to save that for later since I'm about to start my patented second first try, and I don't want to start receiving the extra advantages just yet. I perused the armory, which can apparently be expanded with some kind of key, and looked over the slightly green vista before getting back to business. Farthest chamber reached, 12. I don't feel like that was that bad. I'll be honest with you. Maybe I'm wrong, but I mean, at least I'm being honest. As I stepped out to round 2, I was introduced to my main man Zeus, whose boons will give you some kind of lightning damage. The lightning strike for my normal attack made the most sense, and as I make my way to where I got last time, I wanted to tell you a story about how we got here. You probably know this first try thing is a series of mine, and while I'd love to take all of the credit, I didn't come up with the idea alone. A friend of mine was telling me about a secret bit of dialogue in Hades that you'll only hear if you beat the whole game on your very first try of a new save. From there, you can imagine how I ended up at the first try idea, but if that's the case, why wasn't Hades the first video? Well, that's easy. I didn't own the game, and I was balling on a budget. Actually, most of the games I've played on the channel are ones I happen to already own just through years of having an Xbox. And that brings me back to that very same friend who pulled the homie move and got me Hades just so I could make this video. So if you enjoyed the last 2 videos or are enjoying this one so far, it is all thanks to her. All right, back to the run, and in the current room, things are not going great. What's happening? What's happening? I'm just gonna die, that's crazy. Break on through to the other side. Break on through to the other side. Yep. I picked up another boon from Athena, none of them felt great to me, and kept moving forward until it happened again. Okay, let's get scolded by Dad real quick. Next to Dad, there's these little contractor guys, and for a fee, they'll make some renovations to the underworld. I can renovate shit? In Tartarus, there will be fountain chambers, which will let me heal. This time around, I did decide to get some upgrades. Don't ever think you know what I'm gonna do next, and set off for the never before seen third first try. This time with the bow and arrow I just unlocked. After a brief talk with the masochistic skeleton, whose voice reminds me of
Name's Skelly, how's it going? But enough with the smart talk already. I'm here to do a job.
someone, I tested out the bow and started this legendary run. This time, no gods came to talk, but I instead got a Daedalus hammer, which just upgrades your weapon rather than adding effects. The point blank shot was tempting, but I just couldn't resist the extra 250% damage of the charge volley. Now, if I charge my special, which looks like this, it can do some pretty high damage over a large area. This feels vaguely cheap. I continued along blasting enemies with relative ease, got tagged just the slightest bit by a brimstone, and got a boon from Artemis, who seems to be interested in my bow.
Hey, how'd you get your hands on a nice bow like that?
I don't know.
You take good care of Coronat for me, so I can try it too once you're up here.
I'll do that. Exactly what you said. I'll do it. I picked the same boon as the first run, adding a high crit chance to my already buff special, and after a little thought opted for a coin door. Although, I'll be honest, that's mostly because I couldn't remember what it meant, and I wanted to prioritize learning about the symbols. I mowed down the big boys for my coin, fought some sentient vases that shoot landmines, which I'll admit I didn't expect, and came up to my first well of Charon, which I guess is like a pseudo shop. I bought the Chimera Jerky for yet another temporary buff to my special, as well as the Fateful Twist, which turned into Braid of Atlas, which I don't care about. I got 2 more keys after another flawless room, and finally, after all these years, learned that the money bag means a shop.
Why, good to see you, Charon, mate. Just minding my own business, taking in the sights, and hey, what's that you got? Some sort of wares for sale? And I'll just have a look around.
Okay, apparently Charon makes people uncomfortable.
The infernal wares of the Stygian boatman Charon lie sprawled about. available for sale to whomever would be willing to quench the boatman's great thirst for riches.
That would be me.
I really like the dialogue. I have heard that the voice acting is good, which it really is, and that the story is great, which I'm sure it is. We haven't really gotten there yet, but this just looks great. Wait, what was that? Oh, he'll give me a gift for the thing. Sure.
I don't know what to say, mate.
What just happened? What happened? Did I get nothing? What was that? Oh no, I don't know enough about the game. Was that good? Bad? What happened? I don't know how, but I completely missed the bone hourglass he gave me, which makes temporary items from the Well of Charon, like that Chimera jerky, last longer. It won't help me for the items I already have, but it'll definitely come in handy later. Oh, the gambler from Jak and Daxter. That's who he sounds like.
Whoa, yeah!
I killed the Bone Brothers after only getting hit once, and
Hello there, little godling. I have to say, you're quite the specimen.
The boons of Aphrodite weren't too impressive to me, so I just opted for more heals on life gain chamber rewards. After a quick heal from the newly renovated fountain chamber, I cleared the next room with a little bit of trouble, which was immediately counteracted by the heal nearby, and came across another one of those fruit doors from before. I do kind of want this, but I feel like that is gonna be useful. Am I wrong? But I don't know what this fruit, oh, that's pomegranate. Oh, I don't know what pomegranate does. But I know pomegranate, like a pomegranate seed, has something to do with the tale of Persephone, I think. She got imprisoned because she ate one, maybe? Ooh, I don't know, don't quote me on that. So that feels like it's significant, but I think I want this, right? Because it's an upgrade. Fuck it, I'll get the seed. Shut up. After some bickering with myself, I went with the pomegranate door, cleared a lot of skulls, getting a little hurt in the process, and found out that the pomegranate levels up one of your boons randomly. Not bad, but not great. This feels cheap. I hope I do get, I hope I do get bottlenecked somewhere, because this feels like really good. One more trip to Charon's shop where I could barely afford anything, and I stepped into the first boss's arena, Megara.
Halt, Zagreus. Not one step further. Now you can turn back, like a good little man, or I can send you home the painful way. What'll it be?
Painful way, please.
A man after my own heart.
Cool. Oh, okay. Hey, she really rattles those off, huh? Not good. Oh, that was my thing. Oh, no! Oh, come on! I fucked up. Oh, yeah, Death to Fire. If I can kill her, I'll be happy with this whole experience, 100%. Which it's looking unlikely, I must admit. Oh, no! 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 Oh, Megara, please! I thought you turned over a new leaf after you met Hercules. Come on! Not even the third first try was enough to beat Hades, but I've got at least 100 more first tries in me, so if you want to see more Hades, please do let me know in the comments or by leaving a like and subscribing. Bye!